So yeah, let me mention this a little bit again. So we have seen that we have AWT, swing, SWT. Swing is not here yet, still under development. We have JavaFX. So we want to focus on JavaFX here, okay? Apache pivot or pivot. I never heard about that this first time. It renders UI using Java 2D, minimizing the impact of IMO bloated legacies of Swing and AWT. It seems like old. Its main focus seems to be an RA-rich internet application. Okay, you can use as the application on desktop. It's part of Apache project. Qt a Java wrapper to the native of the Qt library, which is written in C, C++, very powerful, widely used and accepted. Has a lot of GUI components and easy to use API. So it seems like this is supporting C and C++. I never heard about it. I never used it. Okay, so now right. If you want to learn more, you can just go to this Qt. It's just C++ framework, but we're going to focus on Java, so we're not going to talk about it. So JavaFX. So since I show you the option pane show message dialog, I want to show you the version of JavaFX that we want to look at Swing compared to JavaFX. Again, if you use Mac, sometimes you have the older JDK 1.6, it's not going to work. Make sure you change into the latest Java 1.8. You can verify from JRE here 1.8 because you do not support JavaFX. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the version of the dialog for the same thing that we're going to do, right? Let's create a new class, and this is the echo effects. We're going to use FX1. So same, good practice. So have this, right? Comment. And using JavaFX instead, this one. Okay. So in FX we call dialogs in dialog box, right? In Spring we just saw the option pane for that pop-up box. Now I'm gonna do change the code inside here. So we're not gonna use the option pane. So delete that. That's what live the option pane. We're not going to import the option pane. We're gonna use JavaFX. So we said alert, right? So if you look at this, is they just use alert, which is from JavaFX. So we do the same new alert like scanner, right? So now I just need to import. All right, so import. Let's find a package for alert. Let me see. Alert JavaDoc. Alert JavaDoc. JavaFX. Alert. So that's package javafx.scene.control alert. So that is the library for that. Now it has to be under library jxrt.jar. It seems like it's not seeing it, so you may have to configure this. Right click properties and change the Java build path. Okay, libraries. Instead of using JRE, I'm going to put a JDK that we have instead. Add library JRE system, but I'm going to make our installed JDK. Remember, that's the same path we set up in Eclipse. Okay, so same path means same thing that we did from console. C program files from your chapter 1.1, right? Java JDK, we want that one. I said it seemed like not just the Mac user, but also us do have to switch that in order to use JavaFX. There you go. Now I found it. Otherwise, it's not going to show. Now we can use alert. You have to set to use JDK 1.8. Okay. Instead, in order to use JavaFX. So that's a tricky part. You can review the video again, how I set that up. Okay. Now, we gotta look at how to use alert. Alert constructor, like I said, you can look at JavaDoc too. Normally when you do new things, always look at JavaDoc. You can look at the constructor, how you use that. You have to give the alert type. See? Alert type should be under the field summaries. Right? Like, is it information type or it's alert? The alert type right there, enum is coming. We're going to talk about enum later on, you learn. So these are the type: confirmation, information, or an error, or warning, or none. Okay, so to do that, you have to pass in the type dot alert type, right? Dot information, something like that. If I talk about information for this one, okay. Now we can say alert dot. You can set title for your dialog box when it pop up, like let's say Echo program, Echo app, something like that as a title. Title like that. That's the title. Alert dot. We want it to show, right? And we want it to show the message that let's see what's the method that they use. Set content text and show. Alright. So let's set the contents like print, like set content text and string that you want to show, which is you have just entered, and the byte value just concatenate back. Now we have that, then we can say alert dot. Now we can show. So if you just do show and wait, then it's going to wait. Okay, it's not just disappeared. So we're just going to do show and wait. Run it. Enter. Okay, so let's see what the errors. Input mismatch exception. Oh, because byte 150 more than 127, right? Alright, so 50. Exception initialize errors. So there's an errors on the dialogs. So let's see. Echo FX line 22. So it doesn't like information. So let's do none. Let's test with that. Okay, errors. Maybe let's check the syntax. Alert, alert, new alert, right? Alert, new alert. Set title. Set content. Alright, let's see what is the errors about. So something like need to be initialized. Toolkit not initialized. So alert type from line 22. Let me switch to see if I can use another constructor. This is alert type. So summary of the constructor alert. We can have buttons too. Okay. Now we just going to want to use this one. Exception errors. This is called exception errors. Sometimes it's very new to you. Okay, you never seen it before. We know something wrong with the initialize because say that toolkit not initialized. But if you don't know, sometimes just copy and paste that portion. It's going to tell you what is wrong, and that's the way to fix that issue too. Advertising. I normally like to go to Stack Overflow and get the related answers. But this is not about JavaFX. This is no pointer exception, something else. We want exception initialize. Errors. It should be about alert. You have to specify. Like JavaFX. So that's a problem, right? Perform hidden initialization on start, running alerts as unit test. Oh, I see. There is a way to trigger it. It is have application launch executed. I see why. Because this one want you to use in the whole Java application for JavaFX. When you run JavaFX, you need to initialize through the application.launch. Like JavaFX don't use this. Now we cannot run the JavaFX inside the main like that. Okay. Alright, so you need to initialize JavaFX first. Let me just try to see if that will solve the problem. Because normally in JavaFX you have to do start and extends applications. Just like when you do like applets, we have to make this as a JavaFX. Like we have to extend application. Just like turn this to be applet. This one turn this to be fx. Import application. And then you have to add the methods that like start, like I tell you here. Normally you have to use start. And that's a like void start. Just like in applet, after you extend to applet, you have to do void paint, right? For this one, you're going to do void start and use stage. Stage represent the windows, the whole windows here. This is a stage. Like windows, like that windows. Like in applet, you just use like canvas graphics, right? So this is like Windows stage. And same, though exceptions. Okay, like we talked about the exception